community in ZAMFARA state approached bandits and offered to negotiate. Babajide narrates. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The community is just endangering themselves to the best of my knowledge. Yes, they think they are trying to, curb whatever that is happening by negotiating with bandits. I wouldn't blame them. But they should know that they are putting themselves in more danger. How much do they have? How much do they have? See, there's one slogan that goes, I know they start waiting, I know they feel finish. I know they start waiting, I know they feel finish. Meaning, what I will not be able to do, aluta continua for. I will rather not start it at all. Now, if these bandits get used to you and negotiating with them, for how long are you going to put it up? It might last for a few days, a few weeks, and a few months. So what happens when you're exhausted, when you're drained? And let me say this. Negotiation with them includes money, right? Don't forget that this year we are entering is a year of gang. There's going to be an increase in the price of PMS. And it is going to affect what? Transportation, prices, more hike in price of transportation, more hike in prices of goods and commodities. Don't forget that it is going to affect almost everything. So while you are giving out your money to the bandits, just have it at the front of your mind that this year is going to be gang. Then aside that, they are saying they are going to tour our federal roads. What does it mean? It means if you are traveling interstate wise, what is going to happen is that you used to enter it for maybe 2,000, you will not be surprised if it gets to 5,000 or 6,000. It is going to happen. It will happen. So you coming to say you want to, well, I don't blame these people because, of course, the security and the government have failed. And I'm saying this, it will get to a point, these people are suggesting this, right? It will get to a point where these people will be suggesting to themselves that they are going to start taking up arms. Not because they want to, but because it is actually their last resort. Since the government has refused or they're seeming exhausted, they do not really have any other thing to do. It is like they have exhausted all the things on the place. Meanwhile, deep down, I know that they have not exhausted. If these people want these people now in government to actually leave, these bandits to leave this administration, they know what to do. This is why our financiers are sponsors, for crying out loud. Yes, they might have grown, but sincerely, I want to believe that something can be done. Something can be done other than giving them money. Something can be done other than them killing people as they want. Let's find out how they intend to go about this. Stay with us. The news in detail. Popular Nigerian journalist Babajide Kolade Otitoju has revealed the outcome of a community that tried negotiating with bandits in ZAMFARA state. Babajide made the revelation on TVC News while addressing the issue of insecurity affecting the northern part of the country. The criminal activities of the bandits and other terrorist groups in the north have continued to be of concern to many Nigerians. There have been reports of bandits imposing conditions on the communities that arise, and Babajide has given an example of such events. Narrating the development, Babajide said people in the Nsadao community went to bandits and offered to negotiate for peace. The bandit negotiated with the community and there has not been an attack in the area over a month. However, that is not the type of arrangement we want to witness. We want the armed forces to check out the bandits, which will allow people to enjoy peace in the affected areas. And that is it. It is not sustainable. See, anything that is not sustainable is going to be, and it is also not going to be cost effective. For instance, now you get giving these people money, or you get giving these people food or crops. Tell me, how long do you intend to do it? That is why people will always say that slogan. I can never forget it. I know they start eating, I know they feel finish. Yes, they would say they cannot do anything they cannot do, aluta continua for. They are not even going to start it. Why? Anything that is short term, sincerely, it is not going to be cost effective. Take it or leave it. You're doing a project on the road, for instance. There are places in the road that you are supposed to, do completely. But let's do it short term, let's do it short term. Is it not what damages our road the more? You patch this part, you patch that part, you patch this part with substandard materials. And at the end of the day, it ends up damaging the road even more. So I feel what we want in this country is actually the military. Not even them surrendering. We don't want to keep hearing that they surrender. The surrender is his biting in the ear. The surrender means that they have not, the Nigerian government they are going to get attacked anytime soon in the future. Their surrendering means that there is something that these people are not telling us. They are hiding under that we surrender, canopy. And of course, Nigerian government or Nigerian military agency will not be able to find out. What we want to hear is they have been quashed. They have been defeated. And we really, really see that they have been defeated. How? They leave the roads. They leave federal routes. They leave the highway. People stop being attacked. People now start going to farms without being attacked. People are no longer scared. People can now sleep with their two eyes closed. This is when you say, the Nigerian army, they're actually doing something correctly. And of course, the government's kudos to them. It is when we can now say, finally, congratulations to the government. Negotiating with common terrorists is not a way forward, and it also puts a bad light to the international communities about the incompetence of our troops. Thank you. Few months back, Nigeria was crying that nobody is investing, that our investors are leaving. Tell me, in a country that is secure, in a country that you even negotiate with terrorists, how do you want them to be secure? How? You don't negotiate with terrorists in advanced countries. How dare you? Who are you? Who you? They will show you that they are in the Boski. You don't mess with them. But it is in this part of a country or in this part of the world, you hear things like this and you're like, how? For how long will you negotiate with bandits? And let me even say this. It is because these bandits have actually been spoiled with money. There were times people give these people money, and when they repent, they give them money and vehicles. That means you are clapping for them. How can people kill? They kill at will. They rape at will underaged and, adult people. Or the age and overaged. And you clap for them at the end of the day, giving them something to go with. Does that make sense? To me, it does not. So it's high time we tell ourselves the truth. Tell ourselves the truth. Why are Northerners so docile? With the suffering imposed by this incompetent government, they cannot even speak truth to the president. Instead, they want to rule again in 2023. I tire for Northerners. They like power, no be smart. They cannot use it well. Only to wear starched barbariga and occupy juicy seats everywhere and loot. Then bring hardships to all. I wonder the type of woman. Sincerely, I wonder why they are not moving forward. Why they want to remain in the 19th century. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.